tag, one child, one youth, one tag you. Think big you. Together we can do this in our continent you. Think big you. I say one tag, one child, one youth, one tag you. Think big you. Together we can do this in our continent you. Think big you.
Was philosopher Goethe that once said, do not look at a man the way he is. He only becomes worse. But look at that man of what he can become. Then he will become what he should. The same principle applies for Tak. Do not look at Tak the way she is now. She will only frustrate you. But look at Tak as the premier cryptocurrency, a unique base, a unique intervention, a blessing to the holders. That is how we should see Tak. Today being June 21st, 2022, this is Chief Abundance coming to you at 10:28, 9:38, 12:38 from the continent of Africa. I saw a report that over 2 billion BTC were moved from several crypto exchanges to include Coinbase. One wallet exchange says that within minutes, over 200 million US dollar worth within minutes were moved. The big whales in the industry, these are the people that were saying to you, as they're now saying to us today, that cryptocurrency is a scam. These are the people that we listen to on the news, the analysts, the bankers, the central banks around the world, the governments. They utter things that they do not know. And because we revere and worship policymakers, we listen to them as if their policies that they're making is for your benefit. They're not for your benefit. The policies that policymakers are making, they're making them in the interest of their donors. You should not be surprised. That is why even in my country of Antigua and Barbuda, the Chinese can have unrealistic, unconscious, expected agreements for hundreds of years. These are the things. And the policies that are in place look to see who they benefit in. Meanwhile, you're arguing every day. Arguing about politics. The people that are enjoying the economy in your country, you don't hear them nor see them, do you? They don't. They will tell you we have the government in our pocket, so we don't need to talk. But you have to talk because you're looking for favors. And so they have reduced their people to hewers of woods, carriers of waters, and a new one I found since I came to Africa, pongers of stones. That's where we are. This is why Tak was introduced, because sometimes when you do not know the history your past, you will likely repeat your mistakes again in the future. TAC is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And a call just came in here. It serves all of us to educate ourselves in the crypto space as to how cryptocurrency really works. And so the big whales in the industry, they are moving the Bitcoin especially. You know, when we say to you a greater than Bitcoin is here, a lot of you may laugh at us who are saying it, because you cannot imagine that TAC can become more than Bitcoin because of where she is today. Just like Hania Glasgow could have never imagined Prosperous Prince, Madam Blessing. There are people that could never imagine that Bitcoin could have arrived where it is today, not in their wildest dream. So it is today. History is now repeating itself. Where you see TAC now in the gutter, you will say it's in the gutter and you're stepping over it. You're stepping over TAC looking for what you have not lost. That is it. You have prayed, you have fasted, it is now in your hands, but because it came unfamiliar and the path is unfamiliar, the music that is coming from it is unfamiliar, you fail to recognize it, as the early adopters of Bitcoin today fail to recognize that a new era is now emerging. And a lot of them who should have been a blessing to their family as millionaires and billionaires in their country is still looking up to politicians and to their families for subsistence when they had it in their hands to be a blessing. In other words, their uncommon favor visited them unaware. Unaware. It came. But just like Noah, that preached an uncommon message for 120 years, but that is human being, no. Nothing new under the sun. How long have we been saying in TAC as leaders? Allow the admin to lead. Those of you who were in the foundation, you saw what we did that under normal circumstances we should have never achieved what we had achieved in TAC. TAC today should have never been on 3 exchanges. And so I saw one comment in the Telegram, I think some Colin, he says that TAC should not be on its own exchange alone. It means that they're really wandering generality, and these are the people that speak the loudest. As the proverbs say, empty vessels make the most noise. Are we on our own exchange? We are not on our own exchange yet, but he's suggesting that we should not be on our own exchange only. They say they're looking for the familiar. And that's what will frustrate you in TAC. Because as the people in the days of Noah, they were looking for a familiar message. Do you think that Noah was the only preacher? I'm asking you a question. Hello? Was Noah the only preacher preaching? And so the question is, why was he different? Why was he positioning himself on a new path that they have never heard before? Why? And the response he got, why, is the same analogy and principle we have in TAC. The reason why the world perished, simple. They were looking for the familiar. They were looking for the preachers that they were accustomed to hear and the message that they were accustomed to hear. But a new voice came out, pointing a new path that have never been trod, pointing to a new direction that have not yet been heard of. The spirit of prophecy says that no one believed Noah. I said no one. It's the same thing in TAC today. How many of you believe that TAC is greater than Bitcoin? You will never believe unless you see, because that is the Thomas's nature we have. By default, we are doubters except we see. And so when we say a greater than Bitcoin, because if you believe that a greater than Bitcoin is here, you will not be selling your TAC for 4 cents. Prince in Nigeria will not be saying, relieve me of my coin abundance, free me of this burden that I'm carrying. It's just like Hanya Glasgow. He did not know what he was carrying. At the interview of 60 minutes, when he was interviewed, the coins that he sold worth over 100 million US dollars. The coin that he sold for 2 boxes of pizzas worth over 100 million US dollars. Look where 100 million dollars US is versus $40, because that's what the box of pizza costs. Less than $40 for 100 million. And so it is repeating itself again. It is repeating itself again. So I encourage us as Tiashans that all the downturn where people are losing millions and billions of dollars with Bitcoin, TAC remain stable. TAC price remains stable, what that should tell you. And the good thing about TAC is that it is spread over the globe where ordinary men and women are holding it. They are holding it. The downturn of Bitcoin is for one reason, is to actually get the coins that poor people are holding out of their hands. Because you know what they notice? Even in TAC. When TAC price is going down, that's when poor people sell. When the price is going down, poor people sell. That's the poor mindset. And when the TAC is going up, when the price is going up, that is when poor people buy. Poor people buy when the price is going down. Sell, when the price is going down. And they buy when the price is going up. Tomorrow TAC becomes $3. You will see firestorm in TAC community. $3, $4, $5, and people will not have enough coins to sell. But the price goes down to 1 cent. Nobody buys. That's the difference between the haves and the haves not. The rich man now, this is the time he's buying up Bitcoin. That is why the poor people, the first adopters of Bitcoins, have none today. But look whose hands is in. Those that have, that they can be sending tens of thousands of Bitcoin from one wallet to the next today. So the rich, this is their buying time. So they're now buying up Bitcoin. And when the price goes up, that's when they're selling. But we buy when the price up and sell when the price down. O Tiashans, may we learn and change our mindset so that we can change our situation.